away. That was the story. Oh, she's got the story about being a victim there and being choked and all that. I'm sure they're taking that into consideration. I'm just wondering if it was a woman who was stabbed and it was a man who had the knife, would it have taken 128 days to get to the bottom of it? Let me bring a special guest joining me in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The lawyer representing the Obumseli family, Kimberly Wald, joins us. Kimberly, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
The Obumseli family, how have they handled all of this, from the 128 days to where we are now, losing Christian and then waiting for justice?
This has been an extremely difficult process for them. Not only did they have to suffer the most horrific type of loss, but then they did have to almost be re-victimized waiting for justice. Thankfully, the state attorney's office, the police, did the right thing. They arrested her, and she is where she should be right now, behind bars. Society is safer because she is there, and the family is looking forward to the successful prosecution, because what happened to Christian cannot happen to anybody else. And they're just thankful that this process has finally moved forward.
Did they have any idea the level of violence in this relationship and what was happening?
Unfortunately, when you have domestic violence like this, of this nature, it's very common when the male is a victim of domestic violence that the family is not going to know that, because that's what really plays into it. When males are victims of domestic violence, it's not something that they really are, unfortunately, proud of. So it's something that they are going to hide and downplay because it's not common. If you're a male, you have that kind of, personality that you don't want people to know that this horrific thing is happening. So it did come as a surprise to the family, because Christian had started moving kind of further away from the family as the relationship with Courtney had progressed. And now they understand why, because he was hiding this from them, and they would have tried to put an end to it and stop it. And he unfortunately was just in this kind of endless cycle that he was not able to rid himself of until the worst tragedy that could happen unfortunately occurred.
Did the family ever meet Courtney? Did he ever bring her around? I don't know, holidays, birthdays, visits? Did they ever see them together? Did they ever meet her?
That was actually one of the strange things in their relationship. Christian was very, very close with their family. But as soon as he had started dating Courtney, he did start to pull away from the family. And they hadn't met her. They knew about her, but he didn't bring her home to holidays. He started spending the holidays with Courtney instead of coming home. And the family did start to see that distance.
Did the family have any idea what Courtney did? And I'm not judging people allowed to make money however they want to make money in this world, as long as it's legal. But did they know what she was doing to make money in all of this? Did they have any idea that was going on?
I think, again, the details of that might not have been completely known. I mean, they of course saw her on social media, him on social media, but the details specifically, I think that's something that look, Christian was a grown man at that point, so they weren't asking him all of those details of his life. As long as they thought was happy and healthy, they were letting him live his life. Of course, now hindsight is 2020, and when you look back at it, Monday morning quarterback, there were a lot of signs there that unfortunately is just very typical of domestic violence, especially when it is the male who is the victim.
Absolutely. I want to take a listen to a little piece of the 911 call that was made after Christian had been stabbed. Let's take a listen.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address.
I'm gonna die. I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am,
my boyfriend is dying of a stab.
Ma'am.
tough stuff. Kimberly, we're out of time, but send our best to the family, and let's stay in contact as we continue to track this case as we get closer and closer, ultimately, to a trial and some sense of justice in all this. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, folks, coming up, we're going to play a secret recording made by Christian, very revealing, plus coming up next hour.